Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Hillstash. Moon or bust. Not this episode, but I do love this intro screen. And let's see, we got a lot of junk on the go. But I have something new and exciting. No, clear the pad. Is it gonna let me? Ah, yes. So something that I've been neglecting. Not that it's necessary, but perhaps the name of my ship, the Hertz 1, will give away part of what it's for. I was hoping to... Okay, well, let's first of all, what is it? It is a deployer of small little satellites, communication satellites, to be honest. Cute little ones. Yeah, 8 of them. Which is pretty cool, and don't need a whole lot to get it up into space, so it's a pretty standard asparagus stage there. What did I want to say? Hertz. So Hertz is the name of the ship. The original... Am I losing energy here a little bit? The original discoverer of radio waves, James Clerk Maxwell, predicted them, and I believe it was Hertz, Heinrich Hertz, who discovered definitively radio waves. So I've already used Maxwell for a ship name, so I'm going with Hertz for this one, which kind of makes sense because Hertz is a measure of frequency, which is something very important in the electromagnetic spectrum when you're talking about things like that. So it's a nighttime now. I don't want to do a nighttime launch. No one likes nighttime launches, right? And I don't know what I'm thinking for destination. We got to get some of these to Duna. We got to get some to Jool. Since we have an actual mission in Jool, I think I'll try to head there first. Just accelerate this along. There goes the moon. I may leave 1 or 2 in orbit around here. I don't know. Each of these has about 600 meters a second delta V on their own. So that's all they have, and then they're floating. Also, another thing, this is the first of attempting to not leave so much crap in orbit. Yeah, much like our own orbit around Earth. My orbit, I don't want it to get too bad. It's not too bad right now. If you remember my previous 0.17, I'd done the... essentially I shot missiles at a space station simulation, since we didn't have space stations yet. And yeah, massive amounts of debris in orbit. I know there's the persistence thing that you can take away the debris. I don't like that. I like keeping things the way they are. Not having the game delete things for you is kind of cheating. That's why there's so much junk still all around my launch tower here. Okay. Anyway, so this should very easily be able to get to orbit. Look at these numbers. Oh, one thing I wanted to do. You'll see when I get to orbit how this will get back, but I do need to... Obviously, there's docking ports involved is one thing. Disable crossfeed, because otherwise it'll try to take fuel from the top stage, and I'll have to spend time refueling it, which is annoying, or worse, I will forget to refuel it and have to redock them, or it'll be too late, and this one will gone away. Anyway, anywho, let's have a launch. Can do a fairly strong... there's no Kerbal story about G-forces or anything, so we can do it fairly aggressively at the beginning. So here we are, the Hertz 1, in 3, 2... Okay, so I'm pretty much... I can just leave the throttle here from now on. Might as well talk while I launch this thing. This episode's probably just going to be launching this. I am going to launch an interplanetary stage to come up and dock with the back of it, and then we'll send it off to Jool. There's a good chance actually this has enough delta V to get to Jool as is, but you know, the mothership here as it is, not very much going on with it, but you know, it's got little teeny engines, so 80 kilonewtons of thrust, I believe. Got mech jeb on the mothership here. 8 probes. I've got a battery, the Probodyne, and yeah. That's just about it. No RCS. So whoever wants to dock with this thing has to dock, has to use its own RCS, so that's fine. The interplanetary stage has lots of RCS. Yeah. So what else has been going on? So yeah, if you watched the video earlier in the week, I mentioned I'm in the middle of a course at the moment. It's a little stressful, gotta be honest. It's yeah, the emergency first responder course. You know, it's I liken it to the number of times I've taken first aid in my life is many times through various things I've been involved with, the scouting movement. I was in the Navy Reserve for a while. I had to take it a number of times there. And let's see. Actually, we can probably be a little more aggressive on the turn. Yeah, so anyway, I've taken first aid a number of times. Every time I take first aid, back then it was like, yeah, maybe someday I might have to use this. You never know, it could happen. Whereas the first responder stuff, now that I'm with the fire department, it's like, yes, I am definitely going to use many of these things. It's kind of scary to think about it that way. You know, you're putting neck braces on people, you're giving them oxygen, treating them for, you know, collapsed lungs and various things like that. It's very, there's a lot to remember in this. You know, it's a 40-hour course. But anyway, I'm certainly not complaining. I'm really enjoying it, and not that I want people to get hurt, but I'm looking forward to you know, being able to be a help as well, to help people out. It's one of the most rewarding parts of this this job is just the helping people out part. Oops, I'm not really paying attention. I've got to really don't want to go that much higher up. Got an apoapse there already of let's see. Oh, let's go 0, and then can we let's go no, -5 maybe. Do a little bit of burning here still. Yeah, so I've been on a number of medical calls already, but because I don't have the first responder training, I'm essentially just a what they call a Sherpa is the designation. Go get things, go do this, go do that. I have you know, I very quickly learned how to use the oxygen system because it was something we do on a lot of calls, is administer oxygen. So I'm pretty good with that, and got to do that on a number of things. Yeah. So it's a big part of what we do, and it's fun to be able to be a part of that. Let's see, gotta keep an eye on here. I don't want to totally botch this. So what am I shooting for here? 85 kilometers or so would be nice. Gonna drop these off. They'll go back into the atmosphere, and then this stage has got more than enough to get us into space and far beyond if need be. Yeah. Okay, there they go. Whee! I did run a test of this, and this does get a little bendy. And I actually changed the probes how they attach after the test as well. So, and I never bound anything to custom keys, so all my solar panels and things that I have aren't actually. Yeah, it's annoying. You have to do them all one by one. Oh shoot! I should have been up a little bit for. This is the problem. I run a perfect orbit in when I'm just playing around, but now when I'm talking, no, not so much. Past the apoapse. I've got plenty of altitude though. I'm not too worried. And this thing is putting out, as you can see here, thrust to weight ratio of 4. So even just at this, I'm putting out a good amount of acceleration. 1,800 meters a second. So the initial thought I had was, oh well, I'll just eject this thing when it gets close to the periapse of of 0, or I could have it up to 15 or 20 or something like that. Eject this stage, and then it would fall back and disappear. But oops, now am I? Where is my apoapse gone? Oh, it's still out behind me. I hate these orbits when it's like that. It's annoying. I don't know really which way to point, but oh well. So we'll have a bit of a crappy orbit. Get the periapse up. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's eccentric or not, this orbit. So I'll just get it just up into the atmosphere. Out of the atmosphere. Oh, that's annoying. Why is it so low? Probably if I point up. Maybe, what happens if I point up? What would that do? Thinking that would help with this periapse. It's increasing that as well, but... yeah. Could probably keep pointing. What if I point more that way? This actually brings my apoapse down, and this up. Now here's one problem though, is that I'm almost already there, so it's not going to really... There, I've just passed it. So that's all I need to do. Terrible, terrible orbit. This is one of the worst ones I've done in a long time. That's what you get for talking during the orbit. That's why I do typically fast forward through the orbital insertion stage, and I don't talk through it. So that's what I'll blame that on. So let's get some solar panels out. Extend that one, extend that one. I have a couple down here as well, for when these separate. So what I can do, this is the plan anyway, this is going to be, I guess, the episode, is I can decouple, hoping everything is ready. Now, this guy, of course, is all set to go. This one here now, I do not have any RCS on it either. Oh, you know what I can do then is just... I can activate these engines. There we go, a little bit of thrust. Now this here, look at how much fuel is in it. So for one thing, I could leave this in orbit. Someone else can come up and get some fuel off of it at some point. Or what I was thinking is it's got the parachutes as well. I want to deorbit it. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of this episode. You should not be under any acceleration. Okay, let's go. So the Hertz probe, is that what it's called? I don't even know. The Hertz probe and the Hertz 1. I guess we have to redesignate some of these, but let me think let's see what happens if I do this at the apoapse. Where would that put me down? No, I want to do it a little bit past. More like there. Okay. Now, this is one issue with this thing, is it does not have a lot of control. So we'll just we'll do it this way. There, it's got tons of control at 4 times speed. Oops. That was the wrong button. Okay, where are we here now? Let's get this a little bit closer back there. Whoops. Shoot. No problem. Didn't really... This thing, of course, has a thrust-to-weight ratio of a bajillion. Didn't anticipate that, because it is literally just a large tank that's only a little under half full. Yeah, so it's got a ridiculous amount of thrust. Oh, where am I going? Oh, crap. What is going on? No, it's not on accelerate. Can I control its rotation? Yes. It just seems to want to go on its own if I'm not paying attention, so let's see if that's good. Who knows where that'll come and bring me down? We shall find out. Okay. So there we are. Only 7 kilometers away from the Hertz. Probably, nope, can't quite switch to it. With the battery and stuff, I think it'll have enough power, but let's see. As soon as I hit the atmosphere, I'll turn it off. Turn that off, whatever. Oh, you know what? It doesn't even matter if these disappear, but whatever. Will be nice. Okay, good. Okay, those are away. How does it look like for where we're coming down? Oh, right there. The globe rotated, so it's yes, a little bit messed up that way, but this is always a learning experience to figure out where you're coming down, and to watch this thing spin uncontrollably for some reason. Okay, starting to get some atmosphere interface. I think I'm coming down way before. Will we even make land? Probably not. Unless I take drastic measures. No, not that way. Can't hold on to it. Need more power. How about that? Nope. Not enough. Oh well. Try again. Here we go. How about now? Maybe now. We may have enough. Was I actually going back up? I actually was going back up. That's pretty impressive. Has anyone done the calculations on what the thrust to weight ratio of this weight ship will be? You know, everything up here is almost negligible. This is the battery. We might weigh a little bit, but yeah, fairly negligible for everything else. Just a little bit more. I don't know why I want to come down on land, but why not come down on land? Okay. Oh. Telephone. I wonder who it's for. Okay, here we go. I am going to need to... Uh-oh. Let's get these chutes out. I need to get them out. Which one's not out? This one. This one. There we go. Now I need to slow down as well before we get to the ground, but I gotta time that a little bit. Don't want to waste fuel. I should have put some 2 drogue chutes on. Oh, I guess they're kind of the like top mount ones, though they're not this radial side mount. Okay, watching this distance. Yeah, there we are. Now fast forward. Can't hit the ground at 10.4. I think that would kill this engine. But I don't need a whole lot of power to there we are. Oh, that was pretty good. Nice and flat, so that helps with this sort of landing. So there we are. That's a proof of concept of fully returnable, reusable upper stage, kind of orbital stage. All the other stages so far, though, not reusable. All the ones, the boosters essentially, that drop off. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's this video. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. My name is Hillstash, and I will see you soon. Them, and I believe it was Heinrich Hertz, who discovered definitively radio waves. So I've already used Maxwell for a ship name, so I'm going with Hertz for this one, which kind of makes sense because Hertz is a measure of frequency, which is something very important in the electromagnetic spectrum when you're talking about things like that. So it's a nighttime now. I don't want to do a nighttime launch. No one likes nighttime. So something that I've been neglecting. Not that it's necessary, but perhaps the name of my ship, the Hertz 1, will give away part of what it's for. I was hoping to... Okay, well, first of all, what is it? It is a deployer of small little satellites, communication satellites, to be honest. Cute little ones. Launches, right? And I don't know what I'm thinking for destination. We got to get some of these to Duna. We got to get some to Jool. Since we have an actual mission in Jool, I think I'll try to head there first. Just accelerate this along. There goes the moon. I may leave 1 or 2 in orbit around here. I don't know. Each of these has about 600. Yeah, 8 of them, which is pretty cool. And don't need a whole lot to get it up into space, so it's a pretty standard asparagus stage there. What did I want to say? Hertz. So Hertz is the name of the ship. The original... Am I losing energy here a little bit? The original discoverer of radio waves, James Clerk Maxwell, predicted... Hello, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Hillstash. Moon or bust. Not this episode, but I do love this intro screen. And let's see, we got a lot of junk on the go. But I have something new and exciting. No, clear the pad. Is it gonna let me? Ah, yes.